Minasan, okarinasai. Today we have my personal favorite and arguably the most successful Seiyuu unit ever to exist, and they've been doing this for a long time. Iris is the Greek word for rainbow, and is also a type of flower and a really cool hololive VTuber. But that's not who or what we're discussing today. Iris is a J-pop any-song idol Seiyuu group formed in 2012. They are under the management of Avex, their agency is 81 Produce, and their label is Dive 2 Entertainment. The group was formed as a result of the any-song vocal audition. Instead of having one winner, all 6 of the girls passed and went on to form the unit known as Iris. They are known as a hybrid Seiyuu idol group due to the fact that they work as singing idols as well as Seiyuu. The current Iris consists of 5 members: the leader, Saki Yamakita, Yu Serizawa, Himika Kanaya, Yuki Wakai, my personal favorite member, and Miyuko Bota, the one I'm sure most of you are familiar with. They formerly had a 6th member, Azuki Shibuya, who left in 2021 to pursue a new career path. Each member has also been assigned an image color: green for Yamakita, blue for Serizawa, purple for Himika, red for Yuki, orange for Mutan, and Azuki had yellow. All 6 members were part of the main cast of the anime Prepara from 2014 to 2017, the 6 girls being in 2 groups known as Salami Smile and Dressing Parfait. Then they combined together to form a group of 6 called Salami Dressing. Azuki and Yuki's characters are also siblings and half Canadian. Let's go. All 6 of them were also in Kyoto Pre-chan together, though not all leads. And most would also be in popular shows together like Love Live and Black Clover. Their character relevance would vary though. Over the years, they've had many songs and concerts, which I will go into in just a few seconds. But first, I just want to show you the Blu-ray releases of their lives since I won't be going over those. It'll just prolong the video for no reason since they have so many, and I'm sure you know what a concert is. So here's a quick list of their lives and tours. Should be easy to find if you sail the 7 seas. Or you can just buy them regularly, you know, might be a little costly due to shipping. But with that out of the way, let's talk about their career. 2012, the ladies debuted with their song Color. Very fitting. This was also the ending of the anime Battle Spirits Sword Eyes. 2013, their first and sadly only cover album, consisting of 6 songs from shows like One Piece, Gurren Lagann, Macross Frontier, and Haruhi Suzumiya. Now considering 2 of those shows are the favorites of some members, and there were 6 members at the time, I'd assume they each picked one song to cover, whichever was available at least, due to copyrights and such. The One Piece song even has a full live-action music video, which you can still watch here on the tube. This year they also had 3 singles released: Ichizu, Selection Rainbow, which was the second ending of Pretty Rhythm Rainbow Live, and Fantasia Wonderland. This song wasn't an any song, but both of its coupling tracks were, sort of. Last Moment was used as the ending theme for Gifu Dodo Kanatsugu Tokeiji, and is only sung by Yuki. Edge of Heaven was used as the opening theme for the 3DS game Metal Max 4, Gecko no Diva, and was only sung by Azuki. 2014, this was the first year they released a mini-album as their Prepara characters. I won't go into detail every time they did this, since it's technically not Iris, not in name at least. But from 2014 to 2017, the girls had 5 collection albums for their Prepara music as their characters, which is different from their Prepara music as Iris. Speaking of, they had 3 more singles this year: Itezura Tayo, Make It, and Miracle Paradise, these last 2 being the first 2 openings of Prepara. They did basically every opening in this series and its sequel, so instead of repeating, unless I say otherwise, just assume that all of the music I mentioned from here on out is Prepara songs. 2015, their first album, We Are Iris. Then as always, 3 new bangers: Realize, Dream Parade, and Bright Fantasy. 2016 was their second album, This Is Iris, and take a guess how many new songs they released. Those being Going On, Ready Smile, and Recall, which is actually the second opening of Twin Star Exorcists. This was also the year that they won the Best Musical Performance at the 10th Seiyuu Awards. 2017, this year the Flower Girls were featured on a different collection album, that being for the anime Akiba's Trip, based on the video game series. Each ending was sang by a different group, usually a Seiyuu unit, so naturally Iris had their song Dive to Live on this album. Love that song. Absolutely crazy when they do that live. We also got their 3rd full album, Wonderful Palette. Aside from this, they only had 1 new single, Shining Star. 2018, 2 more songs: Memorial, the final opening of Idle Time Prepara, and then Changing Point, the opening of Magical Girl Sight. 2019, back to having 3 songs, but since Prepara is finished, they need to find new anime to sing for. First we got Endless Notes, the opening for Grimm's Notes. Next is Ultimate Magic, which was used in The Wise Man's Grandchild. And lastly, Fantastic Illusion, the opening of Magical Senpai. The very first time I heard them sing. Well, the first time I paid attention to them at least. This song has always been a favorite of mine even before I was a fan. 2020, their 4th and still most recent album, Shall We Carnival. And that's it, for obvious reasons. And so we're on to 2021 with 2-ish new songs. The first one is Summer Dude, All 3 songs on this single are god tier, with the song 5-Star Kari actually being written by Saki. Their other release was a double single, 12 Gatsu no Sari and Heartbeat Kyojo Show. Then of course this was the year that Azuki decided to leave the group to pursue other career desires. 2022, only one new song, that being Queen's Bluff, the ending for Kakegururi Twin. This was also the year they celebrated their 10th anniversary, announcing a fully original animated movie about the girls that will be released in 2024. I assume this is also when we will get a new album from them. 2023, this year so far, they've got their 8th live tour going on, which started at the end of April and will go to the end of June, having shows in cities like Osaka, Nagoya, Yokohama, and Saitama, which is where Miyu is from. And that's it for now, for a total of 22 singles and a bunch of other stuff, easily over 50 songs. So I'm going to give you a quick top 10 recommendations. Queen's Bluff, Recall, Fantasia Wonderland, Dream Parade, Fantastic Illusion, Spending, Dive to Live, Cheer Up, 5-Star Kari, and Make It. Basically all of those can be found on the Avex YouTube channel, and some will be linked down below. Naturally, they've had many guest appearances for special events like Animex Music's and Any Metal Summer Festival, with the latter giving us some of their best performances ever in my opinion. They've been at every single Anisama since 2015, performing alone and with other groups. Honestly, some of my favorite stuff to watch, from singing with Fauna or Milky Homes, to Kimono Friends, Spirit Speaka, or Milky Homes again. You know what, I'm actually going to give you my top 5 Anisama moments because they've just done so much there. In no particular order, singing some Pokemon music with Bless 4 and Rika Matsumoto, the voice of Ash, back in 2016. Actually this day they also did some stuff with Azusa Tadokoro, as well as a big crossover with Ultima and like every performer of that day. But there's also opening 2018 with Milky Homes, Sumire Uesaka and Naotoyama, opening 2019 with Sphere and the Kimono Friends, later that day being part of a wicked huge Fauna crossover singing the Dragon Maid opening. I also loved when they covered Ultra Relax with Miyu Takagi and Mikiha in 2021. And finally, last year they opened the 3rd day with Aina Suzuki, then covering Chiki Chiki Bomb Bomb later in the same day. There are like no records or anything, but these girls might have opened more shows than any other group. And they might even have the most performances too. I might actually research this. Sounds like a fun video idea. Anyway, aside from this, they've been in the music video for the yearly theme songs of Anisama twice, 2015 and 2021. Also I want to mention, aside from those 2 big festivals, they've also done a bunch of Prepara musicals, and even some lives with other Seiyuu units like Akiba Festival with Earphones and a Valentine's event with Wake Up Girls. So let's move on to some group facts. The girls used to host a radio show called A&G Artist Zone Iris from August 2013 to December 2014. Nowadays they have a radio show called Iris Station. They have an official group Twitter and a YouTube channel. Saki is the eldest, being born in 91, while Yuki is the youngest, being born in 95. Miyu is also born in this year, but her birthday is way before Yuki's. I guess this would make Serizawa the middle child. Her and Himi are both the same age though. You know what, now that I think about it, Yu-chan and Miyu are actually only barely 2 months apart, despite them being born in different years. Yu-chan's birthday being at the end of December and Miyu at the end of January. Sorry, just me thinking out loud. But back to Yuki, she is the shortest member and actually one of the shortest Seiyuu in general at 145 centimeters or 4'9". Saki and Serizawa are the tallest, both listed at 163 centimeters or 5'4". Though sometimes it does look like that Yu-chan is taller. But Saki is the oldest and the tallest? That's One-chan right there. Prior to Azuki leaving, she was actually the tallest at 165 centimeters or 5'5". Her and Miyu are the only 2 from the same prefecture, that being Saitama, and naturally all the girls are in the same agency. During their live concerts, Iris doesn't always perform as a group. If you're already familiar with Love Live, then you'll be used to this. But if not, each of the girls will have solo songs, as well as an assortment of duos and trios. So Miyu and Serizawa will sing a song together, then Yuki, Azuki, and Saki will come on and do a different song, most of which are usually Prepara songs. During their lives, they also like to take a break and do some drama readings. The girls don't actually have roles in the group, but as I continue to watch their live shows, I noticed that, of course, Saki is their leader, and the One-chan, and an elf. Miyutan is definitely eye candy in a very non-weird way. Yuki is a musician, Himika is their vocal goddess, and Serizawa is the seiyuu within the group. They are obviously all voice actors, but Yu-chan has the most roles, and I feel that she is their pride and joy. She is also totally comic relief, a natural-born comedian. And when it comes to Azuki, she seemed to be their best dancer. Miyu, Yuki, and Saki are all massive Pokemon fans. I would assume they all are honestly, but with these 3, I always see them posting stuff to their Twitters. Miyu even recently did a live stream where she was just trading Pokemon to random people. Now this is where I would usually talk facts about their characters, but there are no characters except for the Prepara group. So instead I'm just going to give a fact or 2 about the seiyuu. I have already made videos about 4 out of the 6 girls, with the other 2 coming close to their birthdays in the next few months. And so for now, very simple small facts about them. I'll include Azuki as well because in my eyes, she is still a member. Her favorite anime is The Prince of Tennis, her special skill is the electone, and her hobby is singing. That sounds like a natural born musician right there. Nowadays, she's in the Denanbu franchise as Ginka Hajima with the unit Azabu. Also, her and Yuki are in another group together known as Deselections, with some former Wake Up Girls members. Next up is Saki. Her favorite anime is Pokemon, with some of those openings being her favorites. She also likes traveling alone and baton twirling. And prior to all this, she used to work at a maid cafe. Himi's favorite anime is Cardcaptor Sakura. Hell yeah. She also likes Super Sentai and drawing. She is even a former member of a different idol group, a duet with Yuki Takao, known as Polka Dots. They were only around for the year of 2017 before Yuki retired from the industry as a whole. Speaking of Yuki, a different Yuki, Wakaichi, her favorite anime is One Piece, with that first opening being her favorite anime song, and like I said earlier, Iris did a full cover of it very early on in their career. I mean, she was already my favorite member, but now she might just have to become my wife. She is also very skillful at playing piano and guitar, which she posts a lot on her TikTok. Now we have Miyu Tan. Her favorite anime is Haruhi Suzumiya. Her special skill is scuba diving, and her hobby is watching anime. Also, I'm just going to mention, in case for some reason you don't already know, she is part of the Nijigasaki School Idol Club from Love Live, voicing Got And finally, Sarazawa, who has a really cool last name, and that's why I usually say that instead of her very short first name. Her favorite anime is Searching for the Full Moon. I've never heard of this, but now I'm interested. She likes cooking, as well as tongue twisters. And finally, shoutouts to the time that Seriko had a relative in the crowd who was like 5 years old and called out to her in a very adorable voice. She was absolutely thrilled, and it was very wholesome. And with that, we have reached the ending. If you are a more standard anime idol or Love Live fan and you haven't checked out these girls, I cannot recommend them enough. I know you will absolutely love them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and learned something new if you're already a fan. And I hope that you'll join me in the next one about a very dangerous Seiyuu who's done some very yabai modeling in the past. I look forward to seeing you there.